Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am scrapbooking these two cactus photos and I'm going to be using my homemade kit. Let's see what I can do. Now my lighting situation still isn't completely fixed, you guys. If you did not catch a video where I talked about it in the past, my wiring in my actual lighting went bad. It wasn't the bulb. So I have pulled out an old light that I had. I actually stole it from my daughter. She used it at her desk. And so I'm trying to get that lighting situation handled. Gotta order the new stuff. So that's going on. But what I am doing here is using this gorgeous green and kind of yellowy orange pattern paper. And I love it. Love it. Now I do decide to bring in some pink. And this is going to be one of those times where the color doesn't really apply anywhere else on the page. Like I have white, I have green, I have blues, I have yellows. Like all of these colors are coordinating and they match well and everything goes great for them. And then this is that time where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to slap something unexpected down on this page and it's going to be pink because I like pink. I mean, that's the long and short of it. I like pink. It is not my favorite color. Green is actually my favorite color. But I like pink in scrapbooking. It makes me happy. And I know that everybody's like, there's too much pink in scrapbooking. But you know what? We are using it, people. We are using it. So that's all I got to say about that. We are using it. So I am going to use some of this rose gold washi tape over top of this pattern paper right here. And then I'm not sure if I want that at the top or the bottom, and I decide I like the rose gold against the mintier green better than the limey green. I do decide to swing through my little carousel here where I keep my washi tape, and I'm just looking for another washi tape to use because the ones I have in my kit aren't really what I'm going for right now. I do find this washi tape. It is a rose gold wood grain with tiny little hearts throughout it, and could not tell you where I got it. I want to say Freckle Fawn, but that could be wrong. So I am going to go ahead and switch it up one more time. We're going to put the little washi tape back up next to the limey green, and I'm going to put this larger washi tape here on the bottom, and that is completely a size thing, you guys. It has nothing to do with the way I liked the coloring. Like I liked that solid down below, but I just felt like the size and scale of the washi tape to what I had of that limey green paper showing wasn't good. Like this kind of balances it out a little bit. Now I trimmed one of my photos down to 4x4 and I just matted them together on top of that pink paper. And the pink paper does have a pre-printed scallop on it, so I went ahead and trimmed around the scallop. And that is something I do, whether it's scallops, chevrons, those kind of things. I just like trimming them out and fussy cutting it a little bit and giving that a different shaped edge to the paper. I am going to use this glitter thicker here. And when I originally thought to scrapbook these photos, I knew I wanted to use the glitter thickers, but I was going to use Let's Go and then write See Some Cactus and littler letter stickers. But for some reason, while I was actually making this layout, it completely slipped my mind because there's a story behind seeing the cactus. So my friends and I went to, I don't remember, I think it was like some sort of Arizona botanical garden, and because we wanted to go see the cactus, or cacti, we wanted to see more than one. So we get there, and the prices were a little outrageous, and we were like, are you kidding me? Like, this is how much it costs to go see some cacti in Arizona? And so we walked around the outside because there were beautiful cacti just on the outside, and we took pictures and we had a grand time and laughed about it and moved on and went and did other things. Now it's funny because I think the cost to get in was like $40 or something. Now if we were in a craft store And I would have thought nothing about dropping $40 for scrapbooking supplies, but to go in and see cactus, like, I was like, oh, this is outrageous. So there it is. Now I pulled in this sticker sheet from my kit, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some of these florals. And I am adding more pink in, and it is a brighter pink, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with it. My pages don't have to completely coordinate where everything has to be the exact right shade, and I have to have the perfectly matched cardstock, and I have to have the perfectly matched stickers. Like, close enough is good enough for me. And usually those layouts turn out to be my favorites, as opposed to when I stress and freak out about colors and tones, and is this one too warm? Is this one too cool? Like, I just don't worry about those things. Those things stress me out. Having to do, like, the right design thing stresses me out. So I just do what I want. And then sometimes I still get stressed out because it's not coming out how I like, but it's my own stress. It's not stress that I have to follow and be in some sort of funky design constraint. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope I expressed that to you guys. I am just building up little clusters right here, just because I want to, and I like the little florals. I think that they're really cute. I do add an arrow, and it's a little bit weird because the arrow is on the horizontal, but the writing is on the vertical. So it is a little bit weird. And you also might have noticed that those banners that I put down, the writing is vertical, but they are the opposite direction of what the title is. And I know that that stresses some people out. Like, you have to have your text in all the same direction. You have to have your diagonals in all the same direction. And if that stresses you out, then don't do something like this. But if it doesn't matter to you, like if this kind of thing doesn't give you, heart palpitations when you're looking at your page, just go for it. Just, like, make it happen. So I move my florals a little bit, and I also pop on a little label strip up there just to give it a little bit more weight. Because it felt like these big, huge banners were coming from these teeny tiny little flowers, and it just didn't feel good to me. So I just decided to give it a little bit more heft up there, and then, I'm feeling good about it now. I am going to add a couple more horizontal elements. I figured I've got an arrow down there, I might as well add a little bit more, like, what's the problem? I've got big horizontal and big vertical elements on this page with my pattern paper across the top and then my photos down below. So I am totally cool with adding more subtler and smaller horizontal elements and subtler and smaller vertical elements. It works in my mind. So I grab some of the word stickers and I just try to pick out some ones that I feel are appropriate to the layout. I add a little date label down here at the bottom, and now I have effectively put something in all four corners of my photo block. I wasn't intentionally doing that, it's just kind of what happened. I do pull out some Spiegelmom Scraps sequins, and these are Minty Meadow, and they have some, basically they're like a perfect match for this background paper that I have going on. I'm just trying out some sequins in the center of the flowers to see which ones I want to go to. At first I thought I was going to use the biggest sequin in the pack, where they are these kind of metallic mint larger size sequins, but ultimately I don't go for them. I go for a little bit of a smaller sequin, just because I feel like it kind of overpowers the flower. And even though the flowers are on the top of the layout, like I have everything layered underneath of them, I don't want them to be like, well, bam, here are the flowers. Do you know what I mean? I just want you to be like, oh, pretty flowers. And I don't want them to be up in your face off the page. And I felt like the contrast of colors really did that to it. So I just still use larger sequins, just not in such a bright of a color. And I am going to use my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to get those down onto the stickers. It has no problems whatsoever sticking a sequin to a sticker. It works out great. I am using my Crystal Katana pen thingy. It's a crystal katana pen thingy thing. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. One side has a pokey tool, not a pointy pokey tool, but still a pokey tool. And then one side has like a waxy nib. And the waxy nib is what you use to pick up the sequins. And then you can flip it around and kind of use the metallic pokey tool to kind of shift your sequin around a little bit if you have to. I do pull out some more of the sparkly goodness from my thickers where I pulled off my title, and that is just because I felt like I needed some more of that sparkly color. So here are some close-ups. You can see the little sequins in the flowers. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again really soon for another video.